Good morning, my sexy coaches. This is Coach Melina from melinabecoaching.com, and today, amazingly, finally, we're coming together to talk about discovery calls, and I'm gonna share with you my flow strategy. Well, it's not actually a strategy, but it's the methodology that I have developed over time to make sure that I feel comfortable on my discovery calls, that my clients, potential clients, feel comfortable on those discovery calls, and that we both get the best out of the time we're going to spend the time we're going to spend together, but also to make sure that people want to work with me and they make the right decision, but also for me to make the right decision that I'm going to work with the right people. Okay, guys? So if you're tuning in, please say hello, let me know where you're tuning in from, and if you are on replay, hashtag replay, and I hope you're going to find value in this, because I have been playing with many different things, and I have been taught by many different people how to run your strategy calls, your discovery calls. And believe me, especially at the beginning, there was a point where I felt, like the wooden puppet that's trying to do something, and it just feels so wooden and stiff and uncomfortable. And I was forcing myself to follow someone else's script, which didn't feel good. For me, it didn't feel right. I know they probably worked well as a treat for them in their business, but for some reason it wasn't me, it wasn't, working for me in a way that I wanted to work. And even if it did and the calls were quite good, still there was something odd about the whole conversation, something odd about how I felt, and it gave me less results than I was expecting. But very, very quickly, because you know my story, that just after 5 weeks from launching my business, I started to gain a momentum and I was booking in high-end clients, right? And this happened because I actually refused to follow someone else's script, and I started to play with my own way of doing strategy calls, with, how I felt was good for me, and just finding things for myself. And that's when things started to shift for me and started to shift for my clients, and how I started to really connect with the people, and I really started to convert also those calls into paying clients. But they enjoy the work with me, and they were sure they want to work with me, but also I was sure that these are the people for me. So I've got my notes because I want to give you guys, I had to writing it down, because I've never thought about it like, oh, it's my formula. But actually, when I think about it, it's like many different things that I've learned over time. Hi, Aggie, morning. I don't know what time is where you are, but here is early morning. What time is actually? Let me see. It's 9:18. So I never actually thought about it, but over time, I managed to pick different things that I've learned, different things that I have been trying and testing, and I saw what really worked for me. And I think this is for, let me show you the whole new concept, rip the script. I talk about this, rip the script, and being in the flow. I call this flow formula because it allows you to be yourself. It allows you to feel good. There's no pressure, there's no tension. And I think I've noticed a much higher conversion when working like that. There is slight outline that I am following when working with clients on my strategy calls, but it's not a script, okay, as per se. So I hope you will understand there has to be some things. It's 11:18. Okay, amazing. So still morning. Wow, it's good. We're both starting very early. So guys, there is certain things you have to still put in place to make sure that you are in charge of the call. You only have, certain amount of time to dedicate. And as much as we love to talk, I used to go out of it's supposed to be 30-minute call, and I would spend an hour and a half with the person just chatting. And you have to dedicate that time to other areas of your business, and if you just spend that much time, it's just not productive. So you have to find to keep boundaries in place, having a control, but also it's about delivering as much value in that period of time, so the person is assured that you are the right fit for them, but also you have the time to investigate and understand that this person is the right fit for you, because that I'm against taking clients that are giving you red flags, okay? Because later it's just resulting in this snowball effect of unhealthy coaching relationships, in the environment, you not feeling great with the person, they not getting the result, you not getting the great testimonial. It's just everything together is not going to work well. So that's why some boundaries in place. And let me start what I do with my calls, how I run them, how I talk to my potential clients, and how does all work, and why does it work well for me, and why other scripts, even from very successful people, like coaches that are extremely successful, that their formula wasn't working for me. So I adjusted it to my needs. I adjusted it to the way I am, how I like to be with people. And you guys know me that, I'm very wild, spirited, little bit of strategy, structure, but overall, I like to give people space, okay? And treat them as humans, not as numbers. And I'm not here to, make it a money-making machine as per se. Yes, I'm here to make my business work, as well as making your business work, but on a human level, soul to soul, heart to heart kind of way. So let's start. Before your calls, okay? So before your calls, very important. So I've got my notes. I don't know how to put them so I can see them and I can look at you guys. So before your calls, very important to prepare yourself for that call, because you are the inspiration, you are the motivation, you are the education for these people, okay? So you gotta be an energetic match on every level. You cannot show up bored, you cannot show up demotivated on those calls, right? You are there excited. You have to be excited, first of all, to meet that person. Second of all, to be a potential partnership to help them grow in their life or business or health or relationship, whatever it is that your coaching does for them. This is an exciting time where you get to dive into what you love the most, which is helping people, right? I hope this is the reason. So work on boosting your energy and showing up with the right level of energy and mindset for that person. And the mindset is of coming from the place of service, not from the place of I need to push that sale. Okay, that's never gonna work. And when you are coming to the call desperate, almost shaking, oh my God, I have to make it work, I need to pay my bills, or whatever, that's not gonna work. And believe me, trust me, I've been there, I've done that, it's not working. So the right energy, and show up at from the place of service and helping that person. Really, even if you are desperate in the sense of you really need this sale, just remove yourself from that energy, remove yourself from that space, and think about it okay, this human has come to me for a reason. I am here to help them achieve certain or overcome certain challenge. They need me, okay? So if I'm not matching that need, if I'm not showing up fully committed to help them, it's just going to result in more damage to you and your business than if you will be pushing sale, okay? So let's start with that. So what I like to do, first of all, I always listen to different types of music depending on the mood. So I like piano, Mozart is great, or I like my house music as well, so more lounge, chill out. I've got so many different lists on my Spotify that I use to put me in a certain mood, or how I feel, or how I want to feel. So guys, if there is something specific you're looking for, just let me know. Maybe I can share my lists with you. I've got this vibe list with this manly voice. You gotta listen. I've got classics, I've got Latino music that I absolutely love because it puts me in that holiday vacation mode and just moving around the house and feeling good. House as well, the chill out, just in this summer feel, the breeze coming through the window kind of thing. Hip hop, I love hip hop anyway. But yeah, if you guys want me to share my list with you, let me know. I would be so happy to do that. So find something that will boost your energy before the call. Sometimes, Tony Robbins jumps on the trampolines before he jumps on the stage, for example. Some of the speakers use this technique, 30 breaths in and out very fast, and they move their hands and then they all boost up and they go and show up. So find things to lift your spirit and energy to make sure that you are there for that person, okay? Does that make sense so far? Let me know. Put 1 in the comments if this makes sense so far. Put 2 if it doesn't. Okay, another thing that I found is very, very helpful. If you come to this call or any call with expectations, then you will be disappointed. You always should show up with the belief that it's going to work out the way it should work out. But I never push myself in like having the expectations, because if something doesn't work out, I don't want to be left disappointed, but also I don't want to put that tension and that pressure on myself. I actually want to just focus on helping that person and focusing on them. Okay, so I'm removing myself from the space of having that strong, makes sense, cool, having that strong expectation and then disappointment and just thinking about that. Then I won't be focusing on the words I'm saying and the things I should be diving into to help that person on that call. I hope this makes sense. The second thing that it's really important, again, your calls may be happening in person. Some of you might be doing in person. The majority of us do this online because like my clients come from US, Australia. I've had clients from, where did I have clients from? Cyprus. I've had clients from all sorts of different places, calls from Estonia, calls from India. I've had calls from, oh my god, so many different places in the world, right? So you might be showing up on Zoom with a camera. If that's your choice, you can do that. You might be showing on the actual phone call via audio call only, but it doesn't matter if it's audio only or if it's with camera. Still you have to work on your posture and show up confidently. So if you're slouching, I don't know if you can see, but if you're slouching and you're just like not motivated and all that, that's how you're going to come across. It's like in real life, if you're showing up confident and your posture is confidence pose, yeah, so really important as well is practicing your confidence poses. You've heard me probably talk about this, especially when you're practicing to become a public speaker, and this is what I teach as well. So your confidence poses, like showing up like, yes, I am confident. Even if you're an audio call, like I'm confident in what I do. I will lean back in my chair and I will lead the conversation because I know what I'm talking about, and you have to allow this to come through. Same in your voice. You want your voice to be clear. So if you're slouching, if you like hiding, or if, you know, it's gonna come across like that, right? So these poses, whatever you will show up on camera or not, are still very important to the overall feel. Same if you're on an audio call and it's just your voice and you're smiling, it will come across. So smile, be there for them, enjoy the fact that you are connecting with this human, that you are going to help them, that you're partnering with them, that they are allowing you into their space and opening up with their challenges they have. This is massive if someone is letting you into their space like that. I love that part. It's just making me so honored that people are giving that trust in me and they feel comfortable to open up, and I love this, okay? Yes, Aggie, you speak a lot. Aggie, I've admired you. I see all your images and you like every day somewhere speaking and sharing, and your confidence and the way you have transformed is just through the roof, and I love that. So another very important, guys, by the way, I have to just tell you something. I don't drink coffee because I cannot really drink coffee because of my heart condition that I've developed some years ago, right? And today I am having a coffee, very light one, because it's like rainy and I thought let me treat myself. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I've had 3 Red Bulls, so forgive me if I'm a bit hyped up, but this is the reason. Okay, communication. Okay, so again, from the back office of preparation for the call, of course you want to have, we talked about this, we talked about you having a scheduler, like a calendar, you sending them the link so it's easier, so making this whole thing a flow process, okay? No, of course, my pleasure, it's true, isn't it? So communicating with them, how you will be connecting with them, sending them a reminder before the call, this kind of thing, just showing how you are dedicated, how you are professional in what you do. Then, of course, it's so important to be real, okay? okay? This is a big one for me. It was a big one for me, and I think it's a big one for many of coaches that are stepping into the world of coaching and trying to learn and absorb from all these gurus out there, but actually in reality is showing up real and just letting go of thinking how you should be, how you should speak, what you should say. Just having some structure, yes, and I'll tell you exactly what I do. It's the simplest thing I've created for myself. It works really well, and it just allows me to be me, no one else. No stiff scripts, no puppet-like feeling, kind of robotic way of working. No way, no. But again, boundaries. So own the call and hold the control, because what's going to happen is many people like to talk, like I do. They might overrun, they might go off topic, they might start sharing a lot of things, and you only have very limited time. But you have to keep it clear that you only have 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you've decided this call is about, 15 minutes, and let them know we only have this amount of time, and outline from the start what's going to happen on the call. So, of course, welcome them, say hello, I'm so grateful to connect with you. Let me just tell you what's going to happen on this call. We have 30 minutes, we have 15 minutes, and I want to make sure that we use this time wisely so you get the best out of that time together, okay? So this is what I do, this is how I work. I outline to make sure we put in place understanding of what's going to happen, so it's clear to them, clear to me, what's going to happen on that call. But also, before the call, I pre-qualify potential clients and people that are reaching out to me to make sure that they are the right person. So what I do is, in my calendar, I have a form, a short form. There is a longer one to apply to work with me one-on-one, but for this one, there's a few questions that gives me a bit of an indication what kind of person they are, what they're looking for, what kind of business they have. So I know, is it the right person for me to talk to? If I see they saying, yes, I'm ready to invest, this is my challenge, this is what I'm looking for. If they're putting time into filling this in, it gives me an indication that yes, they are ready, they are committed to finding out someone to help them, and they are searching, they are on that search, and they are open. So that's great, that's for me. Okay, first step done, let us connect, okay? So pre-qualify your people is very important. But also on that call, you want to make it clear and keep your boundaries in place and be like, what are you available for? I am available for speaking to people and dedicating my time to the people that are hungry for more, that want to achieve more in life, right? Because you don't want your time wasted, you don't want their time wasted, and you have to just decide what you're going to accept and what you will not accept, okay? So once you're in the call, let's move on. Once you're in the call, you want to own the call. You are in charge of the call. You're letting them know. Well, this is what I do. I let them know what's going to happen. Hey, so is it okay? I'm just going to let you know what's going to happen during this call. We have 30 minutes. I really want you to get the most out of this call and for me to help you in the best possible way, okay? So first of all, I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? This is what I do. I'm going to ask you some questions to find out what's happening in your business, where you at, just to get a flavor of what you stand on in terms of your business, so then I can identify the areas of improvement and how I can help you, and if I can help you, and what's the best course of action for you, okay? Does that sound good? Always make sure you check in with people and make sure that they are agreeing with what you're saying, and this works for them, okay? So majority will say yes, okay, fantastic. Of course, I have to ask some questions. I'm a coach. I need to understand where you're at in your business to be able to help you, okay? So once you do that, once you tell them, okay, there will be some questions, and then at the end, when we have some time left, if you're interested to work with me, we can go into some details and find out how you can do that and what are the different ways to work with me. Does that sound good? If they say yes, fantastic. If they say no, then there is a red flag. Okay, so possibly these people are not interested in, it doesn't have to be me they choose, okay? It's the fact of getting to know a coach and finding out how you can work with them. If they say no from before even we start speaking and they getting to know me as well and how I work, Then there is a question like, what are they looking for? They haven't even had a chance to have that conversation, see how I can help them, but also for me to tell them what I see from the perspective of my expertise in their business that needs fixing or changing, or how they can progress or launch their business, okay? So that's a red flag from the start to tell you that something is wrong. So you might want to ask more questions. I haven't had anything like that, to be honest with you, lately. No one said anything like that. And so far I've had really amazing people calling me. So let's hope that's the same thing. But again, bear in mind those red flags. These are the signals that even if this person signs up with you and the whole process feels a bit odd, something doesn't feel right, believe me, later it will get worse and you might not enjoy the whole process. So just bear this in mind, okay? So once we go through that, I ask them the questions. So always remember, ask the right questions to give you the most important information you need to help them to understand, but also to showcase that you know what you're talking about, that you are the expert, and what do you need to know in order to dive in deeper into their business and see, okay, I can help you, sorry, not their business, but their life, their health, their relationship, whatever coaching you are doing, you want to ask the right questions and bear in mind the time that you have. You don't want to start coaching them too much on the call, and this is probably what often happens. You want to start coaching them. You are there to identify the problems. You are there to inspire them to see that you can help them if you do. If you don't, then step away, let them know, okay, this is not something I can help you with, but I know people, and refer them to someone that can, okay? That's the best thing you can do. They will be very thankful. They will recommend you to people because you are honest and you truthfully identify that you are not the best person for that kind of thing, but you know somebody that will be best person for them, okay? And this is the best thing you can do. And it also shows your integrity and how good you are as an expert in your field, okay? So at the time of these questions, listen to what they say. Sometimes things can be picked up in between the lines. So practicing listening of that person, giving them the space to open up and allowing them to open up, feel comfortable to open up, giving them the understanding and showcasing that you are listening, and then slipping in your expertise and, okay, I understand. So once you have asked the questions you wanted to ask, once you've had that conversation, let it flow. This is what it's all about, like make it a conversation. Don't make it stuff, like let it flow. So they feel comfortable, you feel comfortable, like, okay. And this is how coaching should be as well. Mentoring, coaching, you know, you are in the flow, you are there as the expert, but then you are there for them. It's not about you. So you are opening them up and giving them the space to open up, letting them be comfortable and letting them dive in deeper and deeper and deeper into problems and challenges that they didn't even know exist. So then you can fix it for them, so you can help them, right? And once they see that, they'll be like, wow, I didn't know about this, I didn't know about that, that's amazing, that's like mind-blowing, that's an aha moment. Even on that call, you are there to sort of showcase and stretch your coaching muscles to show them, hey, I can help you, but no, I am not a fan of convincing. I'm not a fan of pushing. It makes me feel sick inside. It just turns my stomach upside down. Hence why I make it a conversation. I am not afraid to tell them what I'm good at. I'm not afraid to tell them what I can help them with, how I work, and how they can work with me. That's the whole process, to let them know. But I don't push. I don't do objections anymore. Unless they want to talk about objections, unless they want to tell me what issue they have, if I have any ideas how to achieve this level of income or whatever they need to do to get the money, if they cannot afford to work with me. But really, in reality, if someone's jumping on a call with me, they already know there is an investment involved. If they say they are interested to work with me, they already know there has to be a payment made, right? So I just let them decide. We have a conversation, and if the energy is there, if the flow is there, if you feel what I've said and how I showcase what I know about what I do, then the decision is there for you. So before you finish off, once you've asked all the questions, this is a really important thing that I do, and it helps me summarize the whole call, and assure the potential client, and not overwhelm them. So right at the end, I will summarize kind of and say, okay, I get the flavor of where you're at. I can see what's happening in your business, because I'm a business coach, hence why I refer to this. But if you're a life coach or relationship coach, I can see where you're at in your life. I can see where you're at in your relationship, or you're a single right now. I get the flavor, and I see and recognize these 3 areas that we can work on and we would focus on. Okay, I don't talk about everything that we would work on and do while working together, because it will overwhelm the person. They will be like, oh my god, so much information, what are we gonna do? And still, the way I work inside my programs, it's about simplicity, it's about making things easy and flow and feel good. So still, they won't feel overwhelmed. I always give them a space to be who they are. Give them the space to work they want to work, especially in one-on-one, it's all tailored. So at the end, I just give them three focus areas. Okay, I feel you should, or we could work on this, this, and that. Or from what you've told me, I understand these are the 3 things you want to work on, or you would like to improve on, or you need help with. Or from what you've told me, I see your business really needs these 3 things. Does that sound good? And they'll be like, okay, 1, 2, 3. 1 to 3 is so easy to digest. Of course, into work that you do, there's always a little bit more, but main focus areas is this. And it works so well because people are like, yes, this is exactly what I need to work on. These 3 things, yes, exactly. And you're keeping them excited. It's like, oh my God, yes, you're reading my mind. This is what I need. And I'm, again, keeping it flowing as a conversation with a friend, a person that needs me, and I'm there for them. I'm never, like, guys, this is the methodology, like the simplest methodology you can come up with. And it works so well. And I'll give you a secret question I ask at the beginning once I finish explaining all of this. So you want to keep them excited throughout the whole call. Like, okay, fantastic. And then you can ask the question, okay, so, I'm glad I could help. You can give a little bit of coaching and resolve one issue for them or something. This is really good. Like, I do one thing with them on the call if we have time, depending on how much what they want to talk about and what other questions they have. So if we have time left, I will ask them, okay, do you have any questions for me? Because we have, let's say, 5 minutes left or 10 minutes left. So if you have any questions for me, things you want to ask, and then maybe we can talk about, how we can work together. Would you be interested in that? If they say yes, if they have any questions, answer those questions. And if they say, yes, I really want to find out how to work with you, what are the options, how much does it cost, etc. You go into that and I will leave them with that. If they are ready on the spot, I'll be like, okay, sign me up. Fantastic, we'll sign you up, no problem. I'll sign the coaching agreement and all that kind of thing. But if they want to think about it, if they need to find the money or they don't know, and sometimes it's not about the money, sometimes it's about reassuring yourself that you're making the right thing, making sure that you're choosing the right coach for yourself. And I get that. I don't want to put that pressure because I don't want people later to feel like, I force them to do anything. I don't force anyone. If you follow me, if you enjoy my work, if you feel the energy is there, you already know you want to work with me. It's the matter of the fear and overcoming that fear. And what happens for me, sometimes I might not sign people straight away because I give them the space. They come back to me because I did allow them that space. So what happens is, after 2 days, usually it's like 1 or 2 days, I get a message on Messenger saying, God, this call was so amazing. I've had such a breakthrough and I really want to work with you one-on-one. Usually people, even if there is an option to work in an online course, which I'm launching right now as well, an online course, 3 months, VIP for just 10 women, and I'll tell you about it later. They usually choose one-on-one because that's how the energy was flowing, because I've given them the space, because I was myself. That's how I recommend this for you to do. Like, have some structure, have some boundaries, because you are building your authority as well. You want them to respect you. You don't want to go into a zone of a just BFF. You want to go into a zone, yes, feel like a friend, but give the authority, because you are there to challenge them, to teach them, to educate them in the best possible way and show them the way, right? Show them the way. You know the way, you want to show them the way. And they often are thankful that you found a time to speak to them, that you found the place to book them in, that you found a place to actually start working with them. It's amazing. So definitely just give them the space and be like, yeah, of course, I understand you need to think about it. If you have any more questions, let me know. It will be awesome. You can give them some reassurance. Just ask them, is it just the money or do you have more questions? You can, but I don't do that anymore. I just give them like, yeah, hey, of course, I know out there coaches teach, don't let them don't let them go away. Like once they are off the phone, that's it. Like make sure you speak to their husband if they need to speak to their husband. Make sure they support them in their mission of being a coach or whatever that might be, or being this healthy woman, or being, you know, whatever the business is that you do and who you're coaching. Like, this is too much. For me, it was like, I'm not going to speak to anyone's husband to convince him to give her the money and all. Like, no, that's bullshit. I'm not doing that. I know it works for many people. I know it does, but it doesn't feel good for me. I don't do that. I give people a space and they come back anyway because I did give them that space, because I did understand. Because this is not how I like to be sold to as well. It makes me feel like I don't want to work with this person really, because they're just forcing themselves on me and they're just trying to use all these tactics on me, and I just don't like it. I want it to be a human connection, and that's what the coaching is about, right? Does that make sense? Let me know. Okay, I think I've covered pretty much everything. And also, the best question... Sorry, I think I see a moth on my window. The best question I ask, and it's really helpful at the beginning. So once we've outlined what's going to happen, that you will ask questions just to reassure myself they know who they're speaking to reassure them that you've chosen the right person. I ask them because I want to know what made you decide to book a call with me. Okay, so already at the beginning of your call, you're installing in the whole conversation them telling you why they chose you. Okay, sometimes the reason is like, oh, you just popped up and I was interested. Sometimes they say, oh, I followed you for such a long time and I just know I love your work, and it's just another confirmation that's happening in their mind to say, yes, she is the right person. They already chose to work with me, but now we're just gonna have this conversation. Sometimes it's just about having a conversation. Like, people already know they want to work with me. They want to have the call just to have a chat, to be in each other's energy. It's so awesome. So you can, guys, use this question to, again, pre-qualify, see what the answer is. If this person is just after free stuff, or if this person is really genuinely interested in working and progressing in their life, business, health, relationship, whatever the challenge they have, they want to overcome. So let me know, guys, has this been helpful? Has this flow formula works for you? So pretty much is about pre-qualifying, showing up with the right energy and getting people excited, asking the right questions, giving them the space to share and for you to dive in and understand. So it's like conversation, understand where they at with their challenges, and then identifying, because you are an expert, identifying the main 3 focus areas that you can help them with, and say some words of wisdom in that conversation to be like, hey, yeah, I will be there for you. This is how I work, right? At the end, you've given them that space. You've told them the 3 focus areas. You're just reconfirming, does that sound like something that would work for you, something you are interested in? Yes. Do you want to know how to work with me? Yes. Awesome, let's have a chat. These are the options. How does that sound? Okay, it sounds good. Perfect. Can I let you know by the end of the week because I need to do this? Yes, of course. If you have any more questions, let me know. And what I do as well, I send a recap email, a follow-up email. So I'm just going to summarize in an email the conversation we've had, the things we've covered, the things we've identified as well, the things they maybe discovered during that call, that they didn't know about, that I can help them with, and let them know, again, this is how you can work with me. Looking forward to hear from you. It's good to maybe re-establish when you're going to catch up. I don't always do that, but it's probably the best. Be like, okay, when do you think we can catch up? When do you think we can just have a chat again? and establish that so you can put it in your calendar, and let's say in 3 days or 5 days or a week or tomorrow, whatever, just be like, oh, can we catch up tomorrow? Would you know tomorrow? Do that as well, and it works a treat. I'm glad it's helpful. So you guys can test out this. It works really well for me. And like I said, I've developed this over time. Like, I have gone through so many different scripts. And if you guys have, part of working with me or being in any course, you will get all the courses, like pre-recorded courses that I've done. And there is mastering your calls, your discovery calls, and that's the version 1.0. And I teach different strategies there as well, which are very helpful. Like, they will help you a lot. But this is like the minimalistic version I've created after everything I've learned, I've tested. This works best for me so far, okay? Cool, guys. So now I have to tell you what's been going on, okay? Because by the end of Sunday, there is an option, of course, to jump into the 3 months of working with me in the Coaching Accelerator 2.0, but instead of being a one-on-one, still one space left to work with me one-on-one. So if you are ready to do that, if you are committed and you're hungry and you want to change your coaching, then of course you can do that. You can jump and work with me inside a 90-day one-on-one or 4-week intensive. Very intensive is also, there's one spot available, but not about that. So let me just tell you what's going to happen inside the 3 months that we're going to work together. And I want to take on 10 women, 10 dedicated, like really inspired women that are ready. Like, they are done waiting, they are done just watching other people. They are now ready to step in and make a change. Because if there are things you've been doing, they're not working, and you haven't engaged and have the momentum that you've been wanting to have, or you don't have an offer, you're still not charging what you want to charge, or you haven't sold any packages, like, we have to do this work. Like, this is amazing. Like, I've developed this and I thought, okay, let me just deliver this to more people at the same time. And I think when we have this like mastermind kind of thing, there's 10 of us, 11 with me, really powering through and supporting each other and working together and being there as a, that group of really fired up women. It's going to be so awesome for you guys, and you're going to get even better results. So what's going to happen is I'm going to read, sorry, I have to read this. So create mindset and routines that will allow you to match your ideal high-end clients and shift you to another level. This is awesome. I have been inputting and infusing so much inner work, so much really amazing inner work into what I do right now that gives even better results, that removes your block and everything. Is just so awesome. All the inner work that I have done myself and now I'm passing on to my clients make a huge difference. So we're gonna do that, so you're completely vibrating and matching your ideal clients with everything that you do. So this is just not, oh, let me match and vibrate. No, it's about your content matching, your energy matching, when you're showing up matching, everything, like you're putting out there your energy and your content, your words, everything you do matches that person that is ready to work with you. That's what we want to do. Unlock your unique stories and position you as the expert with competitive edge that stands out and shines. Okay, so again, you have in your life journey, you have so many stories, and you as a human, you are so unique, but you gotta learn how to unlock these individual stories and use them to your advantage to be able to relate to your clients, to be able to relate to people and attract them into your business. But also to show how big of an expert you are, how much you understand your audience, how much you can help them because of this, and how much you're relating to them. So yeah, definitely, this is a big one as well. Learn how to sell without selling. Get your inbox full by creating magnetizing content. So this is awesome. This is amazing thing because guys, I teach selling without selling, like rip the script kind of thing. Now the flow formula that's in everything, like flow, success, freedom. This is what I talk about, flow, success, freedom, right? So you don't want to chase people. You want people to come to you and be intrigued, want to work with you, right? This is how I teach to work. This is how I teach you to show up through the content and words and the things you're going to do. to make sure that you are getting your inbox full. Like, it's such an amazing feeling when people are messaging you because they've seen you. You don't really chase them, they come to you. So that's awesome work we're gonna do. Learn how to tap into your inner guidance, your intuition and wisdom, so you can see you always have the answers inside of you and how to use it creatively in your business and life. Like, this is a big one. Like, how do you tap into that intuition? How do you use this intuition? How do you become more creative? How do you see all these possibilities and things that you can do and create around you that make you even more successful, that attract even more people, that make you be even more in the flow, even more in yourself, like you fully yourself. Like, this is such an awesome work. So you have that intuition, you have this guidance within you have to tap into that voice and learn to listen to it. So we're going to do that work together, and it makes you even more powerful and more successful when you do that. Like, when you let go of everything that's around you, when you stop looking at everything else but you tap into yourself, that's when the awesomeness comes out, that's when the uniqueness comes out, that's when you are in the flow and you feel free. Okay? We're going to learn how to save time in your business and get better results by doing things that make you feel good, and selling becomes easy. So again, you know, yes, I'm about inner work and mindset, but also strategies and structure are important. We have to have the balance. So we're going to talk about different strategies, different things you can do to utilize your content to save time in your business and to, in the best possible way, level up and evolve in your business to another levels to get more momentum, but also how to scale up and how to make your business sustainable and to make it, you know, just flow and be predictable as well, because that's what you need. Okay, predictable income. And you want to build a tribe of raving fans who you lead and take on responsibility and role of a role model, educator, motivator, and whose message transforms the masses. This is what you want. So overall, when you work with me inside this 3 months program, Coaching Accelerator 2.0, this is where you're building your momentum, your tribe, your clientele. You're learning how to get out of the box and become fully you that attracts people, and you don't chase people. People come to you because they are so intrigued by you, your energy, your stories, your uniqueness, and you are just free because you are you and everything feels good, right? There is some hard work. There are some moments where you have to get out of the comfort zone, where you have to like power through the fear, and that's where you will be uncomfortable, but ultimately you're building the ways that will make you feel good, rather than constantly feeling like you're doing something against yourself and you're doing things that are not made for you, they are made for somebody else, right? So guys, if you want to grab a space, and this is for 10 ready to go women, like, you're hungry, honey, you want more, you want to change something in your life, this is the time to do that. So what I'm doing is, by the end of Sunday, guys, you can grab a spot, and it's $600 $600 early bird price saving kind of thing, and you have to book it before Sunday midnight. So basically what you're getting is that saving of $600. You will get additional bonus of one-on-one session with me, which is worth $600. And of course you will stop feeling stuck and confused, and you can move to your next amazing launch. And you of course will be back in the driver's seat, taking control of your business, taking control of your life, and building it on your own terms, being free. So if you're ready, then guys, the usual price for this 3 months is $4,975, okay? Then I'm gonna do a special price after the Sunday, which is $2,800. But before Sunday, if you jump on before Sunday, you're getting additional $600. So you can book your spot to work with me for 3 months, have unlimited access to me, pick my brain, and just, you know, work with other 9 women that are ready to go empowered, and we will just make things skyrocket for $2,200, and you have to book it by Sunday. So let me know. Alternatively, I've got the option for you guys, so if you cannot pay it in full, I get it. So that's why you have the option for a payment plan, and the early bird price payment plan is 3 payments of $829, okay? So I'm gonna put a link If you want to grab that, let me know. You can connect with me, ask some more questions, or you can click on the link, read a little bit more, and just book your spot. We are starting on a 27th of June. We are starting on 27th of June. So please don't waste time. And if you want to save that money, if you want to save the $600, and like I said, the usual price is $4,975. This is going to be priced after that launch. That's going to be the price. Like first it's going to be $2,800, and then we're jumping into $4,975. So be sure to use that. Be sure to jump on. It will be so awesome to work together, guys. Come on. I'm going to put a link for you, and I hope you enjoyed me sharing with you my methodology and the full flow formula of how I work on my strategy calls with my clients, and I hope you found value and it's helpful.